some point in time. So there's a chance he might also show up.
I don't know. I didn't love it. Also, I don't think she got enough credit. She was like holding down the fort for those entire 5 years.
I know.
And then they're just like,
who else would do this but her? Yeah, not giving, not letting Black Widow have her moment at the end.
Yeah,
Felt
she should
a
have
little
been
cheap.
mentioned.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I didn't love that. We'll see what happens. I mean, like, of course she also tried to sacrifice herself because she's honorable and is like, you know, you got a family.
Right.
You need to get back to, but yeah.
I did like their fight and tussle scene or whatever, so that was nice.
It was a nice grab before she killed herself.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think with her, I'm also kind of curious, and this isn't one of the original, but like just Gamora's character, like we talked about that trade swap out for the Soul Stone, where like Gamora was in the last, you know, battle scenes, right? But it was the like past Gamora, because that reality's Gamora is like now gone. So like,
was Nebula in the fight scene? Because I don't think seeing her, but like I know, like I think they both left after she killed herself.
Yeah, so that was like my other like biggest problem with this entire timeline. Yeah, because they came from the past and like the future, and they're like, but it's fine.
So
no worries.
Gamora's somewhere because she wasn't at the funeral with Nebula,
right? Because she doesn't know any of those people.
Yeah, but she knows Nebula. She knows her sister. Like even though that's her future sister.
I thought Gamora was at the funeral.
Nope, she was not in the scene. That's why I thought it was weird.
Yeah, no, because they all Galaxy Guardians get together with
Mantis,
Thor at the end.
Yeah.
And he doesn't know where Gamora went. But yeah, no, actually your weird time plot hole.
Yeah.
I was actually reading about that one, how they explained it, and it is total bullshit.
Yeah.
So like the idea is like, you know, Nebula, like the past Nebula that like goes to the future with the present Nebula's time device or whatever, like had the Pym particles to get back, and then she like plays around with her time machine to get the ship back in. But like the ship needed like those Pym particles too. And like, if you recall, they only had enough for like each of the characters that originally went back to go back and get back to the present. So if you think about it, like, well, she came back without the ship. So what particles did the ship have?
Yeah.
And then the writers or directors or whatever were like, well, you see Ebony Maw, which is Thanos's like one of his henchmen, you know, is like a really brilliant scientist, so he could like reverse engineer those particles, and therefore that's how the ship got back. And I was like, that is garbage, but thank you, like, for attempting that.
They would have to put a suit around the ship and put that device, because they all had to have those
like probably
Ant-Man suits.
So I agree with you that is a really weak
time travel like
plot
story.
hole there.
Well, and then like removing them from the past, then they're
them
no
back.
longer there to do what they were doing then. You know, it's just like, okay.
Shouldn't have messed with time.
You shouldn't write about time unless you're really going to try hard.
Or like a very like unquestionable, like where you question all your questions to make sure there are no loopholes.
And it is like one of those like, it's a comic movie.
Yeah.
But it's also like, just why, I don't know. I feel like there was another option.
I just got...
Besides writing yourself into this corner that you had to get out of.
Well, it's like, how do we reverse? Because, I mean, like, I think they should have found, like, another equivalent to the Infinity Stones, because like we have to find these exact things, is like, but they're gone,
right?
So like, let's find
another solution,
another MacGuffin,
in the entire universe, right?
Like you sound like there are, even in the real comics, like there's something, you know, there's something that could probably do that.
So I think the last, you know, original sort of Avengers that we have are Iron Man and Captain America. We kind of already talked about them. Oh, and the Hulk. Well, actually, can we talk about the Hulk? Because I have been avoiding talking about him this whole time because I hated the Hulk in this movie. Like, I don't know what you guys felt. Like, I love Mark Ruffalo as, you know, Dr. Banner. And I love Big Hulk as like dumb Big Hulk that like smashes stuff. I did not like this Professor Hulk merging of the two. I thought it was dumb. I didn't like it. I cringed every time he was on screen. I was like, I'm not down for this.
It was just again where they needed some laughs to like keep it from being too overly depressing for your like young children and whoever, but
and it's another like payoff, I think, to the comics. You know, they have Professor Hulk there, but I'm just like, I don't like it.
I think it's just
use them. They still didn't use them.
Like,
Smart Hulk is smart and he's strong, so he would have been like, "Hey, I can be on the front lines too, or doing something too." But I think he'd be too powerful. Mm-hmm. You know, like that's why they had him be the person to do it.
Mm-hmm. To do the snap originally
to
bring everybody back. Yeah,
but ever since they recast Edward Norton, I thought that was the best movie Hulk so far.
I still hate Edward Norton though.
Yeah. I like that. No, I mean, I
so
like
I'm
that
fine
movie.
with him not. But
that Hulk was a badass. He did something. It was exciting. And this Hulk, ever since Mark Ruffalo, it's like they don't give him things to do. It's like
he was like just absent for a lot of the movie, you know. And I didn't hate it that much. But I do like Professor Hulk too from comics, but like I think that's maybe something best left to like animated features.
Yeah.
You know, they don't use their CGI characters well.
Yeah, like you said, like I think if they had him in spurts or something, like when he does the Hulk thing, then that's fine. But I don't want to I don't want him sitting at like the diner with me and
right.
I just hated it so much.
Yeah. He just had big plates of everything.
Eggs.
Tacos.
Like that's
like a taco
funny.
meme. He's like, hey man,
it's
tacos.
Like, also, while everyone else is like lamenting over what happened and he's just like, you know, like he doesn't really seem to care very much.
Want to take pictures with these kids over here?
A surfer bro. That's the best way to describe him because he was like, I found my inner peace. You know, he's like, I'm cool with myself. And then when he saw himself like really angry, he's like, oh.
Yeah, I think that's actually what I didn't like about it.
You know, it's just like, he was a surfer bro.
Yeah, his personality, because it was a different personality, for sure.
For sure.
And he still wasn't even that smart. Like, when he was fucking up
I know.
Ant-Man.
Yeah,
like, he's like
with the time travel.
Old, baby. It's like, dude, it's like, he's a smart fucker. Him and Tony are right there. Like him and Reed
like
Richards.
you created Vision.
Yeah. Like,
how are you? I mean, I get that this is not your field of science. Like you're more like into the biology, but like you're supposed to be a goddamn genius.
Like, smart Hulk is smarter than Banner
than regular
because
Banner.
He's a stronger being, so he literally is thinking faster and everything. And it's like, dude. You should have been the first choice before Tony, probably, because you're better. Like he's a smarter. Like I feel he's a smarter character. The actual Banner, you know. But
Hulk.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, that's how I felt about him.
America's ass.
Oh yeah, Captain America.
Oh my god.
I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, he's some jokes. He has some levity in his story, but he started off really dark. But.
Yeah,
I'm going to miss Captain America.
I think will
he's
say
one of my favorites.
Me too. That joke though did remind me. I really enjoyed how much Paul Rudd we had in this movie.
Yeah,
like I'm here for Paul Rudd making jokes. Like he's a much better Avengers member than he is solo movie person.
You didn't like his movies?
No.
Oh. You're like, nah.
I love Paul Rudd though, so like him just being here to run around small and make some jokes.
Like there's a
just
lot
like
of
Chris
characters.
Pratt does like a good job in these movies, like to lift it up a little bit.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of characters I think that they have now that pepper in with like some of the jokes or whatever. And I was just like, your Hulk's not doing it, so cut that out. But like, keep Paul Rudd.
Right.
He's
the
one that's making me consistently laugh throughout this entire movie.
All his moments hit.
Great.
All of his moments hit.
For sure.
But yeah, Captain America. I liked his final closing arc. He doesn't make that sacrifice play, but like his job's done, so he kind of does get to go back to Peggy Carter, which is his
His
like
love.
one and only.
Right.
I don't know
He
how
was-
they're gonna explain that to his future niece, but
Yeah, it's like, hey man, I was in a different space and time.
yeah.
like, don't judge me.
I might have made out with our niece in the future that I was originally
Well, like
from.
I always thought it'd be
So-
pretty interesting because like did he stop being Captain America once he went back? Probably not. So he's like, he probably went back like after
Because
he froze
she's-
himself. So
yeah,
he's like, hey
she's
guys,
out there-
I made it out of the lake. I'm
She's
not
running
frozen.
Shield,
Yeah.
So like,
So
I'm
we're-
sure he's
Not sitting around in secret.
Yeah.
right.
He probably
Like
had
he's
some
got to
super
be
kids.
helping out somehow.
He probably had some super kids.
I am excited about the next iteration of Captain America, though. He passed on the shield. I liked that moment.
So actually that was the first time in any of these Marvels movies that I think I actually teared up. That scene got me.
You are
the,
so cold.
The passing down.
I
of
like 80 times.
Hey, come on! I cried.
Oh.
Like this is me telling you about my emotions
You didn't?
that I had
know,
during this
I
movie.
know. I'm just like such a crier.
I have some. They're somewhere in there.
Oh my God,
but yeah, it was-
Spider-Man bent over Tony Stark.
Oh yeah, that was.
I do love
that
that
was touching.
casting.
Yeah, it just didn't make me like cry
though,
at all. I don't know. I was just so, and then like Bucky's like kind of because it's sort of like this. Is it going to be Bucky? Is it going to be Sam? Who's going to take the shield after Captain America? And Bucky's also kind of there, and he knows it should be Sam, and he's like, no, go ahead, like you go talk to him. He's
Old
here.
Cap.
He's here to talk to you. Yeah. And just the passing on the shield, and it was just my heart. I'm super pumped. And besides, Bucky's got this white wolf thing going on in Wakanda. So I think he's gonna maybe
stay
like
in
buddy
there?
with
Yeah.
Black Panther. Yeah.
So I thought he was just there to rehabilitate. Like I didn't.
I
know.
think he was, but there was an end scene. They give him the nickname, or it's not an
Right.
end clip, but
Although-
they give him the nickname White Wolf. He's
Yeah.
Wakandan. I think that's where he's gonna be.
I did, and we know they have a bunch of more movies coming too, so he'll have stuff to do. I did like, though, they gave it to Sam, and I'm like, oh, good for you. And then I was like, wait, they're not making any more of these movies. That sucks.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, supposedly. Like,
Like there's no more Captain Americas coming down the line?
well,
No, I
that's
think Avengers. Is that what you're talking
Avengers.
about?
Like, it's like, oh, good job, buddy, you're on the team. And then they're like, but we're not making any
They're
more.
probably still gonna have
yeah,
they'll still be in movies though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know
I'm
if
sure
they'll
it'll
call
come.
them the Avengers. They might come out with New Avengers or some, some other kind of iteration
It's
of the
not like
team.
they're going to stop making money
Yeah.
on this, but
So they got plenty of movies ahead.
Yeah.
Where we'll see Sam next, we don't know, but
see.
we will see him again, and I'm excited for it. Yeah, and I think we kind of covered Iron Man there. Kind of closed him out. Spider-Man cried. Gwyneth Paltrow cried.
I do love the Spider-Man
He
Iron
actually
Man
had a funeral.
relationship.
Yeah, it is sweet.
Did you see-
I liked that when they hugged each other in the battle.
Mm-hmm.
When they saw
Because
each other.
yeah, their entire relationship, Peter's looking for this father figure.
Yeah.
And there's been times where Stark gets close and Peter thinks he's gonna get a hug, and Stark's like, no, that's not what this is. Get out of my car. So that embrace that they finally have is touching. It was connection there.
I think that was very because they really sold, or well, I was already sold when Peter Parker died on Infinity War.
Mm-hmm.
But even when they first came back to Tony and they were like, "Hey, man, we can go back," and he's like, "No, you don't play with time. I have too much to lose." And then he looked at a picture of Spider-Man, Peter
It
Parker.
was really for
Yeah,
him.
the-
Yeah,
yeah,
the
'cause,
kid.
he was like, he got him into this. He brought this kid to the fight, and now he's dead.
And that's one of the
that
first
really-
things he says to
Says,
Cap, too.
"I lost the
I
kid."
lost him, and that's weighing super heavy on him
Yeah.
for sure. Tom Holland, the actor that plays Spider-Man, I was like, what? Where did this phenomenal little actor man
Best
come from?
casting.
He's
So-
so good. The emotion that pours out of him.
Well, and at the end of Infinity War too, as he's like starting to drift away, and he like grabs on to Tony, and is like, I don't want, like, that really choked me up in that movie too. I've told this to Olivia, but like, I hate